Hey guys, we'll get started here in a minute. Hope everybody's doing well. Give me just a couple minutes and we'll get started. Alright guys, hope everybody's doing well. I have to go grab one box downstairs for our break, and then we're going to get started here. So give me about 25 seconds, and then we'll get started. All right, 25 seconds. All right, I'm ready to boogie. All right, so got a few beers on hand. Field studies, I got these when I went to Trogs last month. Nice and chilled. And for a good break. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody had a good week. Happy weekend. Get caught up. What up, Jeff, Angela, Thomas, Donald, Nate? Let's see, Aaron, Daniel, Tom, Angela, Steve, Jake. What up, everybody? Hope everybody is doing well. All right. Got brewski in hand. Cheers. Koozie on the cool down. Alright guys, as always, if you bought 5 or more spots, something is going to be coming your way. And that's the way we do things in the break room, always. Alright, so tonight, 5 or more spots, going to get you a pretty sweet deal here. Bowman U Chrome Football Pack. Some triple play baseball from 2013. We're going to throw old school, some Parkhurst Series 1, 1991 hockey. Some Pokemon Treat Pack here from 2024. And a little Donruss Basketball 24-25 Gravity Love. Alright, so 5 or more spots, that's coming your way. Check out the variety of stuff you're going to get. A lot of Topps and Bowman in the 5 or more, or 10 or more spots if you purchased. How about some Bowman Baseball 2024, some Bowman U Chrome 2022, some Topps Chrome Garbage Pail Kids cards, some NBA Hoops 23-24, get that Wemby out of there, and then we've got some Chronicles 2021. Jumping in your face with the good stuff right there, guys. All right. What up, everybody? Some clothes. What up, Joshua? Everybody. Angela. That's interesting, Steve. That is good to know. Alright, guys. Lot untapped tonight, but we're going to get things started. A quick glance at what is available. Not a lot, so not a lot if you are interested in a spot. Like I say, not a lot out there, but we'll go over real briefly what we do have out there. Alright. Here's our upcoming break schedule. So we are breaking tonight, and then we don't have another break until next Friday. So I'll be traveling. I'll be all over the eastern side, southeastern side of Pennsylvania, near the Philly area next week. You name it, from King of Prussia to downtown Philly, West Philly, North Philly. I'll be all over the place next week for work. So won't have another break until next Friday. So I'll be on the lookout for that next Friday. I will have stuff on the site immediately following our break here tonight. And then we'll have another break the following Tuesday. What is available? Alright. We have about 6 spots remaining in the Blitz break. You'll get a random team. This is a 4-item break in the box. Alright, so it's going to be that one. Then we have the Duke. It's an authentic Duke football paired up with a jersey. And at this point, we just have the Jaguars, it looks like. Just Jacksonville remains at this point. Then we have the National. This is going to be 2 cards exclusive from the National this year. So 2 graded cards that will come from the National, paired up with a jersey and a photo. Alright, so all of that is coming out of this break. Then we have the Gold Rush single jersey, or 2 Gold Rush single mini helmets, the last one from the series, paired up with a not 1 but 2 jerseys. And at this point we have the Saints and the Jets. Saints and Jets both actually have headliners right next to each other. The Drew Brees, and then there is a Rodgers. Alright, so that's a look at what's out there. Everything else sold out. If you haven't already, make sure you sign up for our Survivor Fantasy Football League. It's completely free. There's a link on the site. It's done through Yahoo. There's $150 worth of gift cards to the winners, completely free to join. Information right here. You can use the link. You can sign up however you need to. Should be a lot of fun, guys. Alright, guys. What up, guys? Hope all is well there, everybody. Alright, we're going to start with that single football jersey tonight. Single football jersey from Gold Rush. Alright. And I'm going to have everybody in the chat. You're going to give me 2 NFL teams. 2 NFL teams. Put them both on one line. 2 NFL teams. Give me that guess. And if you correctly guess the team that comes out of here, you're going to have a chance at a box of mystery. 2 hits. 1 whammy in that box. From those boxes. So we have box 1 on the table. We also have boxes 2, 4, 5, and 6. So every number but 3. And if you are new here, we use random.org for this. Alright. Use this for you. Alright, so 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 4. So let's make a swap. Box 1 is currently out there. Let's go grab box number 4. Alright, box 4. Adios, numero uno. Alright, in this break, we're staring down Jake with the Cardinals. Troy has the Falcons and the Ravens. That's Troy L. Daniel's got the Bills. Troy L with the Panthers. Troy B with the Bears. James has the Bungles. Daniel R with the Brownies. Daniel K has the Cowboys Broncos. Jared's got the Lions. Daniel K with the Packers. Troy L has the Texans. Daniel K with the Colts. Richard with the Jaguars. Daniel K with the Chiefs. Troy L with the Raiders. Jake has the Chargers. Mark's got the Rams. Daniel K with the Dolphins. Mark has the Vikes. Daniel K has the Pats and the Saints. Daniel R with the G-Man. Troy's got the Jets. Mark's rolling in with the Flag Will Fly and Stillers. Daniel's got the Niners. We've got Justin with the Seahawks. Chris has the Bucks. Jake with the Titans. And Chris sitting on the commode. Alright, guys. I'm going to call no more guesses. No more guesses here. Hold on. Alright, Mike W. I just wanted to let you know I sent you a message. You're all good. Alright, guys. Here we go. Let's start tonight out. Why not? Who likes a good burger? I know I do. How about a Whopper? A Whopper of a hit. Let's go. This is box 4. So you can see this seal. It's all the way around. Secondary seal is going to be right there. Let's give this a cut. Going across. It's go time. What up, Francis? Alright, let's cut into the seal we got. See the number 3. The number 3. Alright, we have Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley coming out of here. Guys, that's a Titans hit. Calvin Ridley on a college Bama jersey. JSA on the authentication. We're looking at a Tennessee Titan. Tennessee Titan on the board. Alright, Calvin Ridley. That's going out to Jake. Jake's starting it nice. Calvin Ridley jersey on a Bama jersey. Again, JSA on the authentication. Yes, he is the gambling man. Alright, let me see. Titans guesses. We are looking at Thomas. We're going to have George. I think it's Thomas versus George. If I'm missing somebody, let me know. Let me put these boxes together for you guys. Thomas and George going to be in the battle here. Alright, so as promised, there will be 2 hits and 1 whammy. 2 hits and 1 whammy coming out of here. Alright, so Thomas and George, I think, are battling against each other. Alright, nobody questioned that, so we'll roll with that. Alright, top name is going to pick the box of mystery. Silver and gold boxes, as well as the trash are out there. There's 5 times, 6 and 7 times. Thomas. Alright, Thomas, you are going to pick your box of mystery. Alright, we have silver, we have gold, and we have a whammy. For the trash in this case. That was not an intentional thing. Going with the gold. Alright, Thomas. Good luck. Alright, you passed up on the trash. And inside the trash was the big one. It was a 2020 hobby pack with the chance of one of the autos from all of those loaded rookies that year. So we missed out on the big one. Alright, Thomas. Passed up on silver. Let's see, silver I think had the whammy. It did. Alright. But not all whammies created equal. Stupid sexy Flanders. There we go. From The Simpsons. Meet the Simpsons. Stupid sexy Flanders is the guy to see. Alright, so you missed out on little Ned Flanders. Alright, Thomas. This is the gold. And inside the gold was a pack of 2013 Score Football. Alright, 2013 Score Football. Let's go. Alright, here we go. Alright, Thomas. You have a Marvin Jones, Deshaun Jackson, Andre Johnson, Richard Sherman, some legendary players here. And Tony Moecki. Okay, that changes. Nate Washington. Lamar Miller. That is a... What do we have here? This is a scorecard. So this is a parallel of Greg Olson. Is it numbered? It's not. Just a parallel scorecard of Greg Olson. We have a Matthew Stafford. A Rex Burkhead. He had a nice long career in the NFL. Rookie. Josh Freeman, speaking of long careers in the NFL, still going. 43 teams later. And then a Jonathan Dwyer wearing the Bumblebee. Alright, guys. Let's go. Alright, I think it's time for us to do some divisional breaks. Alright, so let's go in. There are 4 here. I'm going to have everybody give me one NFL division. One NFL division. We know we're breaking helmet box number 4. Box 4. We're going to use that one right there. So go ahead, give me a division. If you guys guess correctly, we're going to take all the names at the end here. There will be 4 boxes. There'll be 2 whammies and 2 hits. And we'll have 3 names come out of that. So 3 names picking from that. Alright. Let's call on those guesses because we know that Steve has the AFC East, John the AFC North, Jake the AFC South and West, Daniel the NFC East, Mike has the NFC North and the NFC South, and then Scott's coming in with the NFC West. Alright, friends, we're going to call no more guesses. What up, Shaggy? Chris, welcome to the big show. Hopefully you're enjoying things. John, Kelsey, Mike in there as well. Mike, hopefully you saw my email. Reply back. Don't worry about that till tomorrow. Alright, guys. We call no guesses on this. This is a rip it and ship it. But you're going to notice here, because RSA is always changing their boxes, the footballs are no longer rip it and ship it. We're going to have to tear into that one. Alright, so this is box 4. Box 4. Seal it up all the way around. We have, big time hit from the Rams. We have running back Marshall Falk on a Beckett authenticated. This will be a St. Louis / Los Angeles Rams hit. That's an AFC or NFC West, guys. NFC West going out to Scott. Nice hit. Hall of Fame legendary running back Marshall. Alright, NFC West guess is getting out of here. What up, Kelsey? Alright, Kelsey and Joshua are the only 2 names getting added. Alright, Kelsey and Joshua. If I missed somebody, let me know, but I only saw Kelsey and Joshua on there. Alright, guys. What up, Kelsey? Alright, let's do the full-size football. Full-size football. I got boxes 1 and 2. I'll just grab both of them. They're new. I don't like the design on the box, but it is what it is. It's boring is what I said. Alright, so box 1's right here. Box 2's right there. Alright, guys. We have Kelsey. Well, I'll go ahead and give me an NFL division if you haven't started already. This is for the helmets, or for the full-size football, I should say. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, we'll go with box 2 here. Box 2. Alright, so it'll be this guy. Taking off box 1. Alright, guys. We have Kelsey with the AFC East, Jones with the AFC North, Jeff has the AFC South, Stacy the AFC West, Michael with the NFC East, Chad's got the NFC North, Michael's got the NFC South, and Steve the NFC West. Alright, guys, no more guesses. Give this a tap all the way. Looking good. Box 2. So this is, you're going to see there is a little indent on the side here on this box. Not a rip it and ship it, so we're cutting into this. Alright, we have from the AFC North. Oh, I know this one. Look at that. We have Hines Ward. Hines Ward on the hit right there. Hines Ward, wide receiver, Pittsburgh Steelers, AFC North, Beckett authenticated. Look at all those Super Bowls. Just saying. Just saying. How about them Steelers? Alright, AFC North, Hines Ward. Hines Ward. And that's going out to Jones. Jones, nice hit there. Is Jones alright? You guys, I'm hoping. I haven't heard anything. Hopefully he's okay. But Jones, nice hit. Congrats, Hines Ward. Alright, AFC North is getting added. Thomas, you are added. Joshua in there again. Making sure his name is spelt. AFC North. John, you are in there. Like the little Steeler logo next to it, of course. AFC North. Alright, I think that's it. Thomas, Joshua, and John. On vacation. Alright. Wedding rehearsal. Well, been there. I'm at the age where not a lot of weddings. The only weddings I've been invited to the last few years, one of the people in the wedding had been married previously. Like, literally the last 6 weddings I've been to, one of the 2 people had previously been married. That's the age that I am in life. At least one. Alright, guys. It is time for a multi-sport 16x20 and 8x10. I've been to a lot. Thomas. Alright, guys. We gotta figure out the 8x10. It's coming from a brand new case here. So let me just go in. We'll give this a cut. Secondary seals right there. And then we're gonna have to go in and number each one of these guys. Alright, so there are going to be 10 of them in here. Get a marker. Let's get red. Alright, we're going to make this number 1. Alright, so that's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. Snowman makes it 8. 9. And last, but definitely not least, number 10. Alright. So we've got all those in there. And now we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Alright. That's my little cheat sheet. We'll cross this off as we go through. Alright, go ahead, put your guesses in. Possibilities here are guessing active baseball, retired baseball, active football, retired football, active basketball, retired basketball, hockey, or other. So go ahead, put your guesses. You'll have 2 opportunities to guess correctly. Alright, there are 10 numbers. 7 times top number will be the box we use for this. 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 5 here, guys. Box 5. Alright, so we'll go in. We'll look at these. Box number 5 right there. Alright, so box 5. I will cross it off on my cheat sheet. There. Put that back. Now we have to figure out the photo. The one we have on the table, box 1. This is for the 16 by 20. From the case, we have every number but 9. Every number but 9 is here. Alright, 7 times. There'll be 9 numbers though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 is the placeholder. There's 6 and 7 times. Hey, box 1, let's stick with it. So what's out there right now is what we're going to roll with. Alright, guys. We are staring at Zachary with the active baseball, George with retired baseball, Mark has active and retired football, active baseball also going to Mark, George has retired basketball, Ryan's got a little hockey love, and Mark's got other. No more guesses here, let's cut into these, see what we got. Alright, let's use a stress baseball. Stress baseball on this one here. Box 5, sealed up all the way down. There it goes. And that's stuck to my hand. Alright. We have, look at this, active football player from the Washington Commanders. Here he is wearing an Ohio State Buckeye jersey. We have Marshawn Lattimore, active football, going out to Mark. Mark, congratulations. Well, Marshawn Lattimore, Beckett on your authentication. Alright, Pro Bowl corner, shut down. Alright, Marshawn Lattimore, active football. Alright. Let's get a good luck. Duck on wheels. Alright, duck on wheels. Let's go. Alright, this is sealed up. Doing its thing. This was box number 1. You can see that right there. Alright, guys, good luck. Ooh, I see basketball. I see retired basketball. There we go. Former Phoenix Sun. How about a little bit of Amari Stoudemire? Amari Stoudemire flying high in Philadelphia, throwing one down. His glory days as a Phoenix Sun right there. So that is retired basketball. George, there you go. Amari Stoudemire coming your way. That's a cool photo. Boom. Right, back when it was still the Wachovia Center. By the way, that was Becky on the authentication on the Amari. It's Amari. Stoudemire. Alright. Let's see. So we have retired basketball and active football getting added. Active football, retired basketball. How did baseball guess? Alright, Daniel, your name is going to be added. Candace, your name. You guys both doing that right. I think. Guys, that's it. I think the only two names I'm adding here are Candace and Danielle. If I'm missing somebody, let me know. But Candace, Danielle, I think you two are the only correct guesses. All right, last one. This is a hockey puck. Hockey puck right here. Go ahead and put your divisional guesses. All right. Box 4s are placeholder. That's pretty good. All right, box 4. We also have 12, 13, 21, 87, and 95. All right, 4 is the one on the table. There's 2 times. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 13. All right, box 13. Let's grab that one. There's 1, 3. There's 0, 4, or 4. All right. In this break, last call on those guesses, Daniel. You are going to be staring down a little bit of Atlantic hockey. Steve with the Metro. John has the Central, and Daniel staring out west in the Pacific. All right, here we go. No more guesses here. All right. Got the hockey puck. We got our stick. He shoots and scores. Buy Sam a drink and get his dog one too. Feed him like a running mule. All right, here we go. Box 13. See this? It is sealed up beautifully all the way around. We're going to give it a little cut right there. Give this a slide. And then we're going to give it a cut there and a cut there. Some might call that the glide. There we go. Pop that off. Ooh, we have a Hit Parade case hit. Hit Parade case hit. How about this? Oh, a little Alexander Barkov right there. Oh, what a hit. What a hit. Stanley Cup back-to-back champ right there. Alexander Barkov. Look at that. All right, Florida. Alexander Barkov. Love it. All right, so who has the Atlantic? Daniel. Daniel, what a hit. What a hit. All right. A little Alexander Barkov love. Oh, I love the logo on that puck. If you have the Atlantic, your name's getting added just like Chris. Chris, your name is added. Donald, Mike, Steve, added. Angela, added. Joseph, what up, Joseph? Added. George, added. All right, here's the names I added. No particular order. Chris, Steve, Mike, Donald, Angela, Joseph, and George. If I missed anybody, let me know. Let me put 4 boxes together. There'll be 2 hits, 2 whammies out there. 2 hits, 2 whammies out there in our box of mystery. All right, box of mystery. ay. All right, here we go. We have gold. We have babes. We have police, and we're gonna have silver out there. I'm gonna take all the names, put them into random.org to guess correctly, and the top 3 names that are unique. So if somebody comes in here twice, like Joshua, you only get to pick one. So we'll take the top 3 unique names to pick a box of mystery. There are 2 hits, 2 whammies. 2 hits and 2 whammies out there. All right, there's 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. So Thomas, Steve, and Mike. Thomas, Steve, and Mike, you guys are going to get to pick here a box of mystery. All right, so go ahead. You guys can pick in any order you want. First come, first serve. Thomas, Steve, Mike. Go ahead and make a selection. We have gold, silver, babes, and police. And I'll put the names on this, and we'll get into it. Thomas. Steve. Police. All right, go. Well, not on this one, Chris. It's Thomas, Mike, and Steve for this one. But I like the enthusiasm. Babes. All right. We have gold. Thomas is going with gold. All right, we'll start out with gold. All right, gold is... Oh, this is the big one. This is the big one. All right, this is a hobby box. It's a pack. Guaranteed to have at least 1 auto in here. So guaranteed to have at least 1 auto. Could be 2 autos or 1 auto and 1 memorabilia card, Thomas. All right, Thomas. Golden to Thomas. All right, Thomas, let's see what you got. Well, I think you have 2 autos in here, Thomas. There are 2 autos coming your way. Here's an Alex Benellis. Alex Benellis coming here. Louisville Slugger. There's a card out of 150 or 190 out of 190 actually. There's a Griff McGarry. Philadelphia Philly. Here's a Nathan Hickey out of 999 die cut. Nathan Hickey. Boston or Red Sox. You have an autograph, Maddox Bruns. Maddox Bruns from Los Angeles. Elite. And then hidden gem, Hendry Mendez. Hendry Mendez from the Milwaukee Brewers. Little Hendry Mendez. So a couple autograph cards coming your way. Congrats, Thomas. All right. Then we had Steve with the silver. All right, Steve. Oh, Steve, I hope you like a little Philadelphia cream cheese, because this is coming your way. Pair of socks, Philadelphia cream cheese. Wah, wah. All right. All right, and then last but not least, we had Mike with the babes. Mike, here come the babes, and inside the babes, ooh, ho ho ho, whammy. All right, Mike, will you give me a thumbs up? All right, you got your very own box of thumb. Alright, and then the police had a pack of Monopoly Prism cards. Alright, Monopoly Prism. Alright, we'll save those for another round. Not yet, Jeff. But you're just in time. Yes, Blake, there you go. Alright, you know what? Let's do a monster. You know, normally I wait till the end of the night to do this break, but let's do the VIP break right now. Let's do it. Let's do the VIP break right now. No waiting. No waiting for this. Box 90. Let's just have something big as a potential hit right now. Box 90. So we know we're using this box right there. We don't know what jersey. What I'm going to have everybody do, give me 5. Yes, that's right. 5 NFL players on one line. 5 players on one line. If you guess the player that comes out of the jersey or the helmet, you're going to get a box of mystery, and we'll have 0 whammies out there. All right. Boxes 1 and 2 are the placeholders for the jersey. I think. Actually, no. This is a brand new one. We're using this one has the black box jersey, and it's going to be new from the case. So we got to figure out that. So I'm actually going to put the helmet to the side. It's box 90. We'll just take that, put that to the side for now. We'll bring it back out in a second. We have a black bag operation. Alright, guys. There are 10 black bags in here. 1 is on top, 10 is on the bottom. We'll put those into random.org right now, see what we got. Seven times. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 2, so it'll be the second one in. Second one on the inside. So that's 1. We're looking at box 2. Black bag edition number 2. Alright, we're going to pair it up with this guy right here. Box 90. Alright, last call on those guesses. Get 5 players in. 5 NFL players on one line. Alright, we've got Steve with the Cardinals. Michael's got the Falcons and the Ravens. Matt's got the Buffalo Bills. Steve has the Carolina Panthers. Michael's got the Bears. George has the Bungles. Mike has the Browns. Kelsey's got the Boys. Steve has the Broncos. June with the Lions. Joshua's got the Pack Attack. Jared's got the Texans. Jones has the Colts. Jesse's got the Jags. Case has the Chiefs and the Raiders. Stacy's got the Chargers. Daniel's got it going on with the Rams. Steve has the Dolphins. Matt's got the Vikes. Steve has the Pats and the Saints. William's got the G-Men. Rick has the Jets. Steve has the Fly Eagle Fly. Joshua with the Steelers and the Niners. Steve has the Seahawks and Bucks. Justin has the Titans and the Commode. Right. I'm going to call this here. No more guesses. No more guesses, guys. Good luck, everyone. Let's get a monster. Alright, let's get a little beer juice out there. Alright, guys. This was black bag number 2. Black bag number 2. Pretty simple. Go up here. Give it a cut. Ooh, I see something pretty. Oh, look at this. Creamsicle. We have Simeon Rice going out to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Steve. Nice hit right there with some creamsicle love for you. Tampa Bay Buccaneer. What a color. What a color pull. Steve. Simeon Rice, Tampa Bay Buccaneer. Former second overall pick, if I'm not mistaken. Alright. You are well. Here we go. This is the big Mamba right here. Box 90. Box 90. Sealed up. Lots of good seals all the way around. We'll get into all that secondary goodness here in a moment. Alright, you can see all that secondary love. We're going to cut into this and see what monster we're pulling. VIP. I've got one more VIP. We'll probably do that 2 weeks from now. 2 or 3 weeks. We'll see. It won't be next week. Next week will be a slightly different than VIP. Alright, we have certificate of authenticity info, paper, more paper, and time for the big reveal. Alright. They are saying this guy is having a monster camp, which he needed to have after last year. Oh, it's a specialty helmet. You guys have been wanting one of these. You guys have been wanting one of these. Look, it's a flex with the shield. Look at this. It is a flex with the shield. We have a Steeler, wide receiver, for former draft pick from last year, Beckett authenticated, Roman Wilson. Roman Wilson on the Steelers flex shield helmet right there. Look at that. Look at that. Monster specialty helmet right there. Speed flex, all the info right inside. That is awesome. Roman Wilson Speed Flex. Alright, and that is going out to Joshua. Joshua, congratulations. Alright, that is a dope helmet for sure. Roman Wilson, they said he's had a really, really good camp with the Steelers. Alright, again, this Speed Flex. I keep wanting to grab it where the shield's at. Alright, look at that. Speed Flex all the way around. Authentic, full-size Speed Flex. I agree, that is badass. Ah. Joshua even put the R race on his. Thank you for the honesty, Michael. Alright, and then Wilson's a tough one. Russell Wilson and Garrett Wilson. Alright, nobody with the correct guess. I appreciate the absolute honesty. We'll do 2 boxes. Because we have an honesty on this, we'll do 2 boxes. One's going to be a hit. One is going to be a whammy. Alright, so 1 hit. 1 whammy. Alright, so 1 hit, 1 whammy in here. So it's going to be 50-50 chance. Silver or gold. Silver or gold. 1 hit, 1 whammy. As long as you put a guess in. You are going to have a chance here. 50-50, one hit, one whammy. Alright, so top demons. Wait. That is not the right list. This is what happens when you hit copy and it doesn't paste the correct ones. There you go. It has to be a name, so like Mike Evans would count, but one that's just the player guesses wouldn't. So, 7th time has to be the first person with a name. There's 5, there's 6, one more makes it 7. Alright, Shaggy. Shaggy, you are going to get a box of mystery here. Congratulations, Shaggy. You're going to go silver or gold. Silver or gold on the illustrious box of mystery. Going with gold. All right. Gold it is. All right. You know what? I will give a pack. Let's do this. Let's open up this. I'll give a pack for the honesty here to Michael Motorcycle. That works for me. All right. Shaggy went with gold. Silver. Missed out on a big one here. Your very own extendable fly swatter. Extendable fly swatter. That was potential for a monster. Alright, so, Shaggy. Because you missed out on a huge hand, you are going to get the golden box. And in the golden box is not one, but 2 packs of 2022 football cards. We've got Chronicles and we've got Prestige. Shaggy, we are specifically looking for Brock Purdy rookies in here. That is the big ticket. Brock Purdy rookie. There's other good running backs in here as well, but Brock Purdy's the chase. All right, there's Trayvon Diggs, Christian McCaffrey, Barry. There's A.J. Green, Jalen Hurts to be so good, Eddie George. Here's a rookie. That is a Malik Willis, a Logan Hall, a parallel, Rashawn Gary, and look at this legend. Give this guy a Coke. We got Mean Joe Green, a little kid reporter. All right, Shagster, that's your first one. All right, Shaggy, your second one. This guy. Alright, Shaggy, there's a nice couple in here. How about a Trey McBride rookie? Really nice tight end. Calvin Austin. Teammates now of this guy, DK Metcalf. Joey B. You like Trey McBride? There we go. Back-to-back McBrides. Deshaun Watson. And look at this, nice Brian Robinson rookie right there on a clear rookie. No Brock Purdy's, but you got some nice McBrides and Robinson right there. All right, congrats. Okay, I am going to give the option here. Alright, so this is going to go out to Michael Motorcycle. Michael, I've got 3 packs and you can pick which one you would like. They're all gravity packs. I've got a 2021 Absolute Football, a 2023 Absolute Football, and a 2024 Absolute Football. They're all gravity packs. Michael Motorcycle, you can pick which of these you would like. $2024, you got it. Take these 2 off. And let's go. Alright, your Gravity 2024 looks like this. Your rookie right here, Amarius Mims. The other rookie in here from the Rams is a Cameron Kitchens. Ooh! Ooh! There is a parallel. There's a parallel bonus rookie in here. It is a Jaden Daniels rookie. What a pick. What a pack right there. Look at this. Jaden Daniels, parallel rookie. That's what you're talking about. Won't matter what you got here, but how about a Bijan Robinson and Cooper Kupp to close things out? But Jaden Daniels, parallel rookie. That's what I'm talking about. And that is what we are all talking about. All right, Michael Motorcycle. That was a fun break. All right, we are almost sold out. Thank you, guys. I'll have to get caught up here. It looks like at this point we just have on the site, dad-breaks.com, just have the Saints and the Jets available in the single mini helmet 2 jersey break. Saints and Jets. Everything else sold out. Thank you, guys, so much. All right, I think let's stick with that baseball theme. Why not? Let's get into a batting helmet and jersey break. Batting helmet and jersey. And for this, let's go back to the more conventional guessing ways. Give me 2 baseball teams. 2 teams. If the team you give me comes out of either the helmet or the jersey. Helmet or jersey, you will get a box of mystery. Alright, so we have every number except for 4 and 5 through the numbers 8 for the black bag. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. One time, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 7 for the jersey here. Box 7. Let me grab that. There she is. Box 1 out of there. Alright, guys. In this break, we have Adam with the Diamondbacks. George has the Braves and the Orioles. Michael's got the Red Sox. Daniel's got the Cubbies. Michael's got the Chi Sox. George has the Reds. Stacy's got the Guards. Jesse with the Rocks. June has the Tigers. Case has the Houston Astros and the Kansas City Royals. Aaron's got the Angels in the outfield. Michael's got the Dodgers. George has the Marlins. Chad's got the Brewers. Roman's got the Twins, Adam's got the Mets, and Aaron with the Yanks. We've got June with the A's, Steve with the Phillies, just in time for a nice hit for the Pirates. Jeff has the Friars, Zachary with the Giants, Jared with the M's. Michael's got his Cards. Johnny has... Johnny, my uncle, that's what we call my uncle. His name is John, but we always call him Uncle Johnny. Johnny's got the Rays, Jared's got the Rangers, Mike has the Jays, and Steve has the Nats. Alright, guys, no more guesses. Chad, seriously. The Brewers, did they end up pulling that game out? I knew they were down like 8-1 and then won it. Or were winning last I had seen. Alright, guys, here we go. Box 7, let's go. Alright. For this break, let's go with Josh Bell. Fishing for a hit right here. Josh Bell. Box 7, we are sealed. We're just going to give this a cut all the way down, see what the glory is in here. Seeing some orange, seeing number 30. Look at that. We have current Cub, but how about this? Former Houston Astros. This is an Astros jersey. We have Kyle Tucker. Kyle Tucker, nice hit. Really good ball player right there. Houston Astro, Kyle Tucker. Kyle Tucker for the Astros. All right, Case, nice hit. And 8, that's crazy. Right. Alright, guys. Little Kyle Tucker. Beckett on the authentication. Alright, guys. We have box 90. Actually, I might have another one. Yes, I do. So 90 and 10. I actually had two up here. I didn't realize that. 90 and 10. So let's figure out which one of these two. I just saw that. I was looking. I was like, I think I have two of these. 10 and 90. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. 10. All right. We're going to go with box 10. Box 10. All right. That is this guy right here. 90. Adios. All right, guys. Good luck, everybody. Adam's got... Did I read the names off? Yes, I did. I sure did. We already did the jersey. It's Friday, friends. I work a full-time job. I lose my mind by Friday. I lose my mind and gain all this excitement by Saturday, though. Because it's the weekend. Alright, sealed up. You're going to see that secondary seal, top, and then there's our bottom. Josh Bell giving a little love tap. Cut there. And there. Up. There's the helmet. Nothing else. Alright. Not a huge name, but if I'm not mistaken, this is probably going to be on a helmet of a team that Chad was talking about. Sure is. Sure is. Best record in baseball. Former top prospect. Unfortunately, things didn't work out quite that well for him with this team. But here we are. Second baseman / first baseman. Fanatics authenticated. Keston Hiura. Keston Hiura for a Milwaukee Brewer helmet. Milwaukee Brewers. Fanatics on the authentication. Alright, that's a Rawlings full-size helmet. Fanatics authenticated. There's your card. Right there. Keston Hiura. Chad, there you go. Talked it into existence. Yeah, it's crazy. All he could do is hit in the minor leagues, hit a little bit in the majors, and then suddenly couldn't hit anymore. His drop-off was incredible. Alright, guys. We are going to have Brewers and Astros for those guesses here. Let me figure out if anybody guessed Brewers or Astros. Alright, George has the Astros. If I'm not mistaken, I think George is the only correct guess here. Chad, I don't see a guess for you here. So I think, Chad, I don't see a guess here. Alright, I think the only one correctly guessing, if I'm wrong, let me know, but I think George was the only correct guess. Alright, George, as promised, 2 hits, 1 whammy, 2 hits, 1 whammy. they must be invisible. Like, I just see the thing. It says Brewers. Does anybody else see it? Brewers best team in baseball. Cubs. Or, unless you were guessing Brewers and Cubs. Was that a guess for you? Brewers and Cubs? Is that a guess? I thought he was just making a statement. Well, here, whatever. You guys can both have a box. I'm cool with it. Chad and George. We'll let George pick first, and Chad, you can pick second. It's all good. I'll give it to both of you guys, Chad. It's all good. Alright, George going with the egg. Chad, go ahead and make your selection. It wasn't Marlins, Joseph. For this, it was the Brewers and the Astros. Alright, you guys both passed up on the whammy. Alright, the whammy was the Funko. So the whammy this time was the Funko, the stupid sexy Flanders. Alright, Chad, you went with the police. Coming out of the police was a Jumbo 2021 Topps Baseball Pack. Alright, Topps Baseball to Chad. Let's see what you're pulling out of here. Alright, there's a Marcell Ozuna. These are tough reads. Anthony Santander, Hunter Harvey, Danny Murdoch. I think it's hard to read these on the side. There's Mike Clevenger. That'll be a little Garrett Cole. That is a Mitch Keller. There's a numbered card coming up here. Jurickson Profar. This is numbered out of 499. You have this out of 499. Little Joey Votto. That's a beautiful card. Joey Votto right there. How about this? Buster Posey, future Hall of Famer right there. Buster Posey on a Topps Chrome. Not numbered. Nope, but nice card. Bo Bichette, future Pittsburgh Pirate. There is Oliver Perez, the never-ending career. There is Wade LeBlanc, Slam Diego, Trevor Williams, and we'll end this. That is Hunter Renfroe. All right, Chad, those cards coming your way. You are welcome. Sorry, I was not trying to jip you there. I just didn't realize. I thought you were just making conversation. Alright, guys. This is the egg. The egg. I even mentioned I didn't think you'd put a guess in, but then the more we thought about it, I was like, yeah, maybe that is a guess. Alright, here's a Jumbo Donruss. Jumbo Donruss, and this is like 2016. 2016 Jumbo Donruss pack here. Let's go. Let's go. This could be a big one here. 30 cards of 2016 Donruss for you here, George. Alright. Colin McHugh, Matt Carpenter, Mike, future Hall of Famer Trout, AJ Pollock, Jose, future Hall of Famer Altuve, Carlos Correa. There's ooh, you hear that noise? That's just a trash bag. David Price, Aroldis Chapman, Jose, watch out, I'm going to get punched, Bautista, Matt Duffy, A-Rod, Cole Hamels, Trevor Rosenthal, Brian Dozier, Billy Burns, Jock, Don't Scratch Me Peterson, Carl Yastrzemski, Nolan Ryan, Mariano, ooh, I just got hurt in an old-timers game, Rivera, Salvador Perez, Eduardo Rodriguez, Adubel Herrera. We have, they still do these. All right, we have a checklist. Bradley Zimmer, Aaron Nola, rookie. That's a great pull. Aaron Nola, rookie. There's a Hector Oliveira, a Diamond King, Jake Arrieta, How about a little Michael Conforto, a rookie? Bryce Harper, Power Alley. And end it with Mr. Brandon Crawford. Alright, got a couple really good rookies in there. Alright, guys. Congrats on the giveaways. Alright. I think it's time to do the only break we're going to do all night without a giveaway. Like I said, the only break all night without a giveaway. The 3 jersey Raz. 3 jersey Raz. So the way this works, if you are new to here, there are going to be not 1, not 2, but 3 jerseys. You are welcome, George. Inside of that box. One of them is guaranteed to come from our list. Sometimes we'll get 2 names. Sometimes we'll get 3 names that come from our list. Any name that comes out here that is not from our list will be put on random.org. Alright, so say we pull out of here, I don't know, a Jamar Chase. Jake's going to be doing a little dance all the way in the warm area of Arizona. And then he'll be hoping that another jersey, maybe a Brett Hall. But say only Jamar Chase comes from here, and then we pull a Walter Jones and Fred Biletnikoff. All right, neither one of those guys is on our list, so we'd razz those off. But all the names, including the Jamar Chase, would have a chance at those jerseys. All that being said, let's figure out what boxes we're using. On the table is box 3. We also have 4, 5, and 6. So 3, 4, 5, and 6 are possibilities here. All right, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Top number would be the box we use. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 6. All right, that is the one on the bottom. Give me a second to grab that. Box 6 is coming on. Box 3. Out of here. Alright. In our break, we have Charlene with the Allen Iverson. Jeff has Bo Nix. Jake has Brett Hall. Jeff has Charlie, a.k.a. Winning Sheen. Mark has Chevy Chase. Chris has the Dan the Man Marino and the Worm. Troy's got Dick Butkus. Jared's got Evan Smith. Robert's got Fernando Tatis. And the late night commercial, Frank Thomas. Jake's got Fawns and Jamar Chase and James Cook. Roman's got the JR, Jeremy Roenick. Mark has Jimmy Kelly. Jake has Joe Mixon. Mark has Joe Montana. Charlene's got Johnny Smoltz. Chris has the Bird. We've got Jared with LT. Jake with Michael Penix Jr. Charlene's got Paul Pierce. Jeff has Pete Rose. We've got Jake with Randall Cunningham. Mark has Ray Lewis. Jared's looking for that big Red Sox 2004 championship jersey. Justin's got Ricky 420. Troy B with Sammy Sosa. Troy L with the Sandlot cast. Mike has Shaq Diesel. Rick has Sean Kemp. Justin's got Trey Young. Rick has Vincent LaRussa. And Mike's going for a little Zay Flower Love. Alright, guys. Good luck. Hey, no worries, Joseph. Just saw your comment. Alright, guys. We're going to call this good luck. Let's get the newest charm that my daughter has made. Game on. Game on. This is box 6. Alright, that is sealed up all the way around. We're going to cut right there. And swing right there. Swing, swing. Let's go. Alright, our first jersey. Not on our list. And I honestly don't know who this is. It's got to be a Townsend. It's got to be a player from the Raiders, right? Townsend? What's the first name? I can't think of this. Townsend. I can think of Deshae Townsend, but that's a Steeler and he didn't wear 93. Johnny Townsend. Johnny Townsend. No, that's not Johnny Townsend. Greg Townsend? Yes, it is. It is Greg Townsend. All right, Greg Townsend for the Raiders. All right, Greg Townsend. Yep, Donald, Michael, you guys on top of this. Clueless Dave over here. All right, Greg Townsend. That's my first Greg Townsend. I apologize. All right, that is JSA authenticated. Greg Townsend. All right, we're going to razz this one off. Now, some of you maybe were able to get a peek of what, but we might have a 2-hit box here. Might have a 2-hit box. So here we go. Next one from our list is on, next jersey out here is on our list. We have Hall of Famer. Look at this. We do have a 2-hit box here, by the way. 2-hit box, and they're both Hall of Famers. Look at this. Brett Hall. Brett Hall coming out of here. Slightly a little lighter on the B on the Brett, but this is JSA authenticated St. Louis Blue jersey. Brett Hall. All right. Blue Brett Hall. And that is Jake. Jake on the hit. Congratulations, Jake. All right, just marking that down on my list. Hall of a pull. I love it. All right, here we go. Next one's on our list. Hall of Famer. The team he started his career out with. This is pretty cool. This is really cool. Hall of Famer. The Diesel himself. Shaquille O'Neal. On an Orlando Magic jersey. Orlando Magic. Shaquille O'Neal jersey right there. Alright, so Shaquille O'Neal Magic jersey. Beckett authenticated. Check out the stripes. The Diesel. Shaquille O'Neal. Alright, Shaq. Congrats, Mike. Mike. Love a double hit box. Alright. Greg Townsend is the only Raz jersey that we're going to be using here. We're going to put all 35 players' names into random.org. Let's go. Alright, top name on the 7th time. You're going to get this Greg Townsend Raider jersey. There's 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Dan Marino. Alright, Dan Marino. Little Greg Townsend love. Alright, so in this break, Dan the man is Chris. Chris, welcome to the big show. You're getting a little, it's, you know, a little secondary prize, but still nonetheless an autographed jersey of Greg Townsend. And that is JSA. That is a Raider, Greg Townsend. Alright, JSA on that. All 3 of them. Congrats, Chris. Alright, guys. Give me 1 second. I want to just check on something. Alright, yep. Give me a second. I just want to get caught up on the orders that came in since we started the break tonight. Thank you to everybody that joined. Looks like I am getting caught up on Chris. Starting up with Chris. Alright. Let me do this. I have just about 39 seconds to get caught up, and then we'll get into our next couple breaks here. Thank you so much. Alright, so I've got Chris grabbing a Blitz box spot. Michael Motorcycle with a Blitz box spot, and the Rockies. We've got Peter. What up, Peter? Peter's got a Blitz spot. Steve, you've got a Blitz spot. Michael Evans with a Blitz spot, and a Slabbed. The National. Matthew, you are grabbing the Jaguars. Jacksonville. Steve has not 1 but 2 in the National. Actually 3 more. Thank you, Steve. Candace has the Jets and the Saints. And I just got to figure this out real quick. Give me 1 second. I do want to check this out. Why it's not showing me who had these. Maybe I didn't sell them, and that's my error, and I have to fix it. But give me a moment. Alright, that is my fault. Michael has the Ravens. And let's see. I don't know what happened here. Those. Am I not sold out of those spots? Yeah, okay. Broncos. There we go. Jeff had the Broncos. That was my bad. All right. Just had to mess up on that, and then we were good. Well, maybe I'm not good. Did anybody buy that spot? There it is. Yep, sure did. Alright. All caught up. Thank you guys for your outstanding patience. Oh, yeah, that Thomas. Yeah, he did. That was pretty sick. Alright, guys. I think it's a good time to do our figurine break. We know it's going to be this figurine. It happens to be box 1. What we don't know is what jersey and what photo we'll be using. Alright, for this, all you have to do is give me 1 letter from the alphabet. Just put 1 letter. If your letter matches, you'll get a chance at a box of mystery. We are looking at 1 through 10, except for box 5 for the photo. 1 through 10, except box 5. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Georgia and 5. Oh no, I just did that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Alright, there's 9 numbers. For the photo, there's 2, there's 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Photo 6 here. Photo 6. Alright, we'll cross that off. And this will be the one we use. Put that back there. Now for the jersey, we have box 1 on the table. Box number 1 is our placeholder. We also have numbers 2, 3, 4, and 6. So every number but 5, it looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. This is for the jersey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 3. Alright, box 3 it is. Box 3. Adios, numero uno. Alright, guys. Now we gotta figure out if this was the 7th time. You see, Michael would have the letter A and Mark would have the letter Z, but guess what? Not the 7th time. We're gonna randomize these guys all up. Alright, 7 times. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, Mark will have the letter A. George will have the letter Z. Alright, so I'm going to take these, I'm going to copy them, and in a second they're going to be lined up with what you guys see on the screen. Of course they won't. Oh. Alright, what if I do a transition back? Are you kidding me? Oh, come on, OBS. Why do you do this to me? There. Oh. I thought if I did it enough times, it was... I'll be cow kicked. Always with letters. More technical difficulties. Alright. Well, we're just going to have fun showing you what it looks like on my end. Alright, for now. Mark has the letter A, Jake has B, George has C, D, and E. Aaron has S, George has H, or G and H. David's got I. Jake has J, George has K and L. June has M, Maris has N. Jake has the letter O. Mark has P, George has Q, Michael has R, Mark has S, June has T, Jake has U, George has V, June has W, George has X, Y, and Z. Alright. Man. Alright, give me 1 second here. Let me try something. Yeah, that did not work. Oh, I hate this. Alright, well, you know what? Here's what we'll do. We'll give this 15 seconds. Alright, we'll give us a minute. I am going to, just for being here, as long as you put a guess in, someone's getting a pack of Monopoly. Just for putting a letter, or just for having a comment here in the last minute, someone's going to get a pack here. I'm just taking comments galore. Alright? Whose ever name shows up here is going to get a pack of Monopoly. Putting up with this Monopoly Basketball Prism. Alright, 24, 25. As long as it's a name on the top one here. Let's see, I just took a bunch of random comments. 7th time here. Hopefully by the time this shows, we'll be able to get those letters up there. Alright, there's 6. One more makes it 7 times. Alright, Jeff, you are going to get a pack of cards here. Alright, Jeff, you are going to tell me left or right. Left or right, and you know what? I'm going to put it on this. We already did this break. Don't worry about it not being the right thing. Alright, Jeff. You were going to tell me left or right. Left it is. Alright, there's a little bonus giveaway. Technical difficulty bonuses is what we'll call this. Alright, Monopoly. 24, 25. Alright, let's see what we can pull. How about... Oh, I see some prism in there. There's a Patrick Ewing. Patrick Ewing. Look at this. And that's a special prism, by the way. Let me just see. That is a insert. So that's just a heads up. That's an insert. How about this Tyrese Maxey Parallel insert? Alright. You have a Kobe White. Kobe White and a Alperen Sengun. Alright, nice center right there. A couple good guards. And a Hall of Fame legend on an insert. Alright, those are coming your way, Jeff. George is trading Q and X if anybody's interested. Oh, come on. Alright, I have an idea. It's not going to be lined up with the correct thing, but this will at least get us moving forward. So here we go. This is not the right sign, but at least, like I said, it'll have us moving forward. Are you kidding me? Alright, here we go. Like I said, it's not the right one. We're not doing a Funko, but at least I can refresh it and put it on this list. Alright, guys. Good luck. Nobody's making a trade. We're just going to get right into this. Here we go. Sorry for the confusion and all those fun technical issues, but you never know when technical... You gotta work, have a workaround ready, and that's what we're doing. All right, box 6, photo 6. Let's go. Whopper out there. Let's hit it up. All right, John, I got you in there. I don't know if I did one more guesses, but no, I did. And I screwed that up. All right, this is photo 6. All right, we have running back Eddie Lacy. Eddie Lacy on his Bama jersey right there. That's Beckett authenticated. That'll be the letter L. That's going up to George. George is on the board. There we go. Eddie Lacy. Beckett authenticated. National champions on that as well. Cheeseburger Lacy, seriously. Alright guys, box 3 right here. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Sealed up all the way around. Secondary seal down there. Let's cut into it. Alright, that area. I see a 2, I see a 3, I see Kyren Williams, the letter W. Kyren Williams, running back for the Rams. June, nice hit right there. Beckett on our authentication. Kyren Williams, very good running back in Los Angeles. Kyren Williams for June. Alright guys, one more. Figurine, last one from the case. Last one from the case, box 1. Sealed up. Doing our thing all the way around. Alright. Best way to get into this, really, just cut it down. Does look like we have a Funko. Does look like a Funko in there. Alright. We'll cut into this area. Funko. Oh, okay, here we go. This is going to be the letter C. The letter C. George, there's a Chong. I know. I think you might have a Chong already. I don't know if it's the same one. We've done Cheech and Chong before. But there we go. We have a Chong. The letter C. The letter C. So that'll go out to George. The letter C. That is Chong. Chong for George. Beckett on the authentication. Shaggy. Alright, there we go. Chong. Up in smoke. Dope hit. Watch it now work. Nope, still didn't work. And now watch when I go back, it'll all be deleted. Oh, no. Okay. He's not here, Dan. What up, man? That's a dope hit. Thomas, he's got to be in his late 80s, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. I would think he's got to be late 80s. Alright, guys. We are talking about the letters C, L, and W. C, L, and W. Alright, C, L, and W for the guesses here. C, L, and W. Alright, Mike has the letter W. I think Mike W is the only person to guess a C, an L, or a W. I don't see anybody with a C or an L. So I think Mike is the only correct person. Oh, Jeff, that sucks. Alright, guys. We'll have 2 hits and 1 whammy. 2 hits and 1 whammy out there. Alright, 2 hits and 1 whammy for the dub. Alright, Mike, go ahead and make your selection. 2 hits, 1 whammy out there. Mike W. Shagster. 87, that's crazy. I don't know who his daughter is. Maybe I should. Mike is going with the gold. Alright, Mike. Mike, I hate to tell you this, but you passed up on the police. And in the police was a Topps Hobby Pack of 2024 baseball. Alright, missed out on that. Mike, you missed out on a Chronicles football pack as well. Mike, I think you knew what you wanted. You wanted the whammy. Not all whammies created equal. Because Mike, The Simpsons. This Funko is coming your way. Stupid Sexy Flanders. Alright, so congratulations. This Stupid Sexy Funko is coming to Mike. Whoop, whoop. Congrats, Mike. Alright, guys. I think it's time for a little football. Hey, Mike. Hey, can't go wrong when the whammy's a good whammy, though. Alright. We know it's going to be this mini helmet. This is box 9. What we don't know is what jersey. Last one from this series for the helmet. Everybody out there, you just have to give me one NFL team. If the team you give me comes from any of the boxes, your name will go into random.org for a chance at a box of mystery. Alright. We have boxes 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10 as possibilities for the jersey. 4 and 5 are the placeholders out there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10. Top 2 numbers will be the 2 jerseys that we use. 4 and 5 are the placeholders. There's 5, 6, and 7 times. 6 and 7. 6 and 7 will be the jerseys we use. 6 and 7. Alright, so 6 and 7 coming on. Alright, so here is box 6. Oops, and box 7. Alright, so box 5 is out of there, and so is box 4. Alright, last call on those guesses. Looks a lot prettier when I have it turned around. Maybe I'll do that. There's a lot more action. The back has more action than the front on those boxes. Alright. We have Michael with the Cardinals, Aaron has the Falcons, David with the Ravens, Adam's got the Buffalo Bills, Michael's got the Carolina Panthers, Jesse's got the Bears, Mike has the Bungles, Maris has the Brownies, we've got Jared with them boys, Aaron's got the Broncos and the Lions, June's got the Pack Attack, Michael's got the Texans, Jeff has the Colts, Candace with the Jags, Case has the Kansas City Chiefs, and the Las Vegas Raiders. David's got the Chargers, Daniel's got the Rams, Scott's got the Dolphins, we've got Michael with the Vikes and the Pats, Candace with the Saints, William's got the G-Men, Candace got the Jets, Steve has the Fly Go Fly, Michael's got them Steelers, Jeff has the Niners, Michael's got the Seahawks and the Bucks, Troy's got the Titans, and Michael sitting on the commode. Alright guys, we'll call this here no more guesses, no more guesses. It's time for a legend. Here we go, let's go, big hit, oh yeah, no whammies. Oh, yeah! Box 6 here, guys. Box 6. Are we ready for it? Oh, yeah. We're going to cut into that area and then see what we got. All right, here we go. Box 6. Oh, yeah. Quarterback. Okay, it's a quarterback, all right. We have a college jersey. Ryan Leaf. Ryan Leaf coming out of there. Alright, that is a Beckett on the authentication. Alright, what that is what is it? What Washington? Washington, where did Leaf go to school? Washington? It wasn't Washington like Washington. Where was it? Something what Washington State. Washington State, there we go. The Cougars. He was checking out them Cougars for a long time. Yes, much better sports announcer. Alright. Ryan Leaf charges on the hit. David on the board with a Ryan Leaf jersey. Wash State, yep. There we go. Ryan Leaf. Beckett on our authentication. Alright. Box 7. Quarterback. Better than Ryan Leaf. Let's go. Box 7. There's our seal. All the way around. Cut into that. See what we're scoring. Ooh, there we go. The moon is rising. Bad moon rising. Andre Rison right there. Beckett authenticated. This is his Michigan State jersey, I think. I think he went to Michigan State. All right. Andre Rison. All right, on the autograph. What team did he play most games for? Andre Rison. It's going to be based on games played. All right. Alright, games played, Andre Rison, Atlanta, Cleveland, Jacksonville, Kansas City, Oakland. This is going to be Atlanta. That's who I would have guessed, but I wasn't positive on that. Atlanta. He played more with Kansas City than anybody other than Atlanta? That I didn't know. Alright, so Atlanta. I knew it was Indianapolis to start, and then it was part of the Jeff George deal. Alright, so we have Atlanta on the hit here. So Atlanta Falcons, Aaron on the board. Aaron, congrats. A little love for you with Bad Moon Rising. Andre Rison. You guys all knew it was Falcons. I was thinking Falcons, but oh man, I knew he played with a lot of teams though. Alright guys, here we go. See, I didn't even remember he played with the Chiefs. I'm not going to lie about that. I honestly didn't even remember. Here we go. Front, back, side, all the way around. Let's go! Quarterback Hall of Famer! Ooh, we have a specialty helmet coming out of here. We have, look at this. Look at this Rave helmet. Rave Philadelphia Eagle helmet coming out of here. Look at that, Steve. That has a little Darius Slay. Darius Slay on a Rave Eagles helmet. That is cool. We did not pull a lot of Rave helmets. There we go. Philadelphia Eagle, Rave, Darius Slay. Current Steeler now. Longtime Eagle, though. Former Lion, longtime Eagle. Darius Slay Jr. Alright, we have Falcons, Chargers, and Fly Eagle Fly. He is a SB winner. Alright. Let's see who's got correct guesses. Alright. Again, we got the Chargers, Falcons, Chargers, and Eagles. Falcons, Chargers, Eagles. All right, Michael Miller with the Eagles. Falcons, Chargers. Dad and Will, a.k.a. David with the Chargers. Nate and Candace with the Eagles. All right, those are the ones. Michael, Dad and Will, Candace, and Nate. Those are the ones that are going to get it. A chance here. Put all those names into random.org. Top name on the 7th time. Gonna pick a box of mystery. 2 hits, 1 whammy. 2 times, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Michael Miller. All right, Michael. 2 hits, 1 whammy. 2 hits, 1 whammy. Which button? We did this break. Alright, give me 1 second for you here, Michael. 2 hits, 1 whammy. Alright, Michael. We have gold. We have babes. And we have a shark. Gold, babes, and shark. 2 hits. 1 whammy. Alright, Michael. Go ahead, Mr. Miller. Which one would you like? On with the babes. Alright. Let's see what the shark had. The shark had not 1 but 2 packs of cards. 2 packs of cards. We had a Prism Draft Picks and a Chronicles pack. Alright, so Prism Draft Picks and Chronicles. Passed up on gold. Gold had, ooh, did I not do a whammy? I might not even have done a whammy. A 2018 Absolute Pack. 2018 Absolute Pack. Alright, well, I think we skipped the whammy, so good for you, Michael. Yep, I didn't. How about a 2023 Absolute Football Gravity Pack? Alright, Michael, 2023 Absolute Gravity Pack. Let's see what's coming out of here. Alright. We have a Nazi Smith rookie. There's a Sam Laporta rookie. Nice little rookie right there. Alright, couple cards right here. Davis Mills, a Stephon Diggs, and a parallel Kenny Pickett. Alright, those are the cards coming your way, Mr. Miller. Sometimes you just forget about the win. Hey, you're always welcome. Alright. I think we should jump into... Let's stick with the theme of football here. Let's stick with that football theme. Alright. We have a Duke football. Duke football. It's going to be this guy, I think. Yep, let's go on that up here. Box 81. We know it's going to be this guy. The Duke football is paired up with a black bag jersey. Black bag jersey. These aren't numbered yet. There's 9 in here. We'll just bring that case back. We just got this open today. Same deal that we've been doing with this. Give me a team. One team, if it comes out of either box, everybody that guesses correctly is going to get a box of mystery here. Everyone that guesses correctly will get a box of mystery. Alright, so everyone here gets a box of mystery. Alright, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 7 times. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 7, or jersey bag 7. Alright. Jersey bag 7. I don't like that it's doing that long refresh. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7's right here. So it's going to be this guy. Alright, so 7. Paired up with box 81 for the helmet. Or for the authentic football, I should say. Alright, guys. We have Daniel with the Cardinals. Michael's got the Falcons and the Ravens. Stacy's got the Buffalo Bills. Peter got the Carolina Panthers. Michael's got the Bears. George with the Bungles. Mike has the Brownies. Michael's got the Boys. Jeff has the Broncos. June with the Lions. Mark has the Packers. Michael with the Texans. Ryan with the Colts. Matthew's got the Jags. Todd's got the Chiefs. William's got the Raiders. Candace with the Chargers. Mark has the Rams. David with the Dolphins. Matt's got the Vikes and the Pants. Daniel with the Saints. Mark has the Giants. Daniel with the Jets. Michael's got the Fly, Eagle Fly, and them Stillers. Dave's got the Niners. Jesse with the Seahawks. Jeff has the Bucks. Jesse with the Titans. And Michael sitting on the commode. Alright, ooh, someone took a like away. Not happy with how things have gone. That's alright. I do my best. Can't control it. But hopefully people have fun. Alright, guys. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Get a little Whopper out there, or the Game On pizza out there. We are sealed up all the way around. We're going to cut across up top right there. See what we got. Alright, here it is. Well, this is something... hey, you can't predict this. Two different brands back-to-back breaks with this, guys. How about this? Ryan Leaf on a Charger hit. You can't predict it. Ryan Leaf on a Charger hit here. This again, though, is Washington State. So that is Beckett authenticated. Alright, Beckett authenticated. Ryan Leaf going out to the Chargers. That is Candace. Okay, congrats, Candace. I'm going to make sure that I get the right one to the right person here. Alright, Candace, Chargers. Ryan Leaf. Alright, this is Beckett authenticated. You, Candace, are going to get the one that is W054866 as your authentication. You are very welcome. Alright. Let's go, let's go, let's go. This is box 81. Box 81. Here we go. Let's pull a monster. Let's go. You know, the Whopper is what you pull out of here for those monsters. Let's go. Box 81. All right, you see that seal going all the way around, front, back. This is the top. Here to pop up. Certificate of authenticity information. Grab that football. Oh, we have a running back. We have a running back. All right, running back alert. I'll be interested to see if it has a team. He's only ever played for one team. He's active. But I'm going to see if it has a team or if it's an NFL ball. Oh, it's a team ball. Here we go. From the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. This is a sick-looking football. There we go. This is Devon Achane. Devon Achane, running back for the Dolphins. That's so cool. The Duke right there. Miami Dolphin hit. Devon Achane. Bringing the pain. David, big hit right there for Devon Achane coming your way. He might be short, but he's big on the field. Yeah, that's a nice, real nice hit right there. There's just something about the Duke football series. Just a really nice series, and the potential headliners are huge. All right, guys. And by the way, this is the Salute to Service football. For those who are unaware, this is the Salute to Service series of Duke footballs. All right, so Dolphins and Chargers. What did I do? Did I say something wrong? You need another beer, Jeff? Hey, just opened another one. Chargers and Dolphins. Cheers. Here's an old school koozie. Might have to bring one of these back, the colored koozie. Alright. Dolphins and Chargers. Dolphins and Chargers. Alright, Donald, you're guaranteed something here. Oh, thank you for all those likes, by the way. Dolphins and Chargers. Steve, you're going to get something. I think you two are the only correct ones. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think Daniel, I know. I got to get together a giveaway break, so don't worry. It's coming up. I'm also talking about some merch as well. Maybe while I'm traveling, I'll have time for some merch, although I'm crazy busy. Alright. That was a football break. Alright, here we go. That is Donald and Steve. Donald and Steve. I'm going to have 3 boxes. And I will let... There are no whammies. I'm calling this now. We did no whammies. Go ahead. Donald and Steve, you guys can pick whichever ones you guys want. We'll have Shark, we'll have Gold, and we'll have Babes. Shark, Gold, and Babes. I did no whammies. Donald and Steve. Land Shark. All right. Steve, you are up. Did no whammies. All right, gold. All right, you guys both passed up on the Babes. The Babes had the big one again. Here we go. The Monster Potential, the 2018 Absolute Pack. The big rookies, quarterbacks in that. All right. Golden box going out to Steve. Steve, you are going to get a pack of Prism Draft Picks. Prism Draft Picks to Steve. All right, Steve, let's see. Can we get a T-Law out of here? All right. There's a Big Ben. Joshua Kelly. A parallel Chase Claypool on a Prism. Jamie Newman rookie. And Joseph Asai rookie. So nothing huge, unfortunately, from that pack. All right, Steve, those cards coming your way. Donald, the Land Shark, as they say. All right, that's a Chronicles 22. Looking for that Brock Purdy. Let's go, Donald. Let's get you a Brock Purdy, the rookie. All right. There's a Tom something. Tom Brody. There we go. Brian Robinson, rookie. George Pickens, rookie. Tyler Algier. Sam Williams. There's a Malik Willis. Hey, Willis. And a Kenny Pickett rookie. Clear. Tom Brody might be the best one. Nice pack, Donald. Hey, we always go for it. Yeah, you know what we're talking about there, Shagster. Shagalicious. Alright, guys. Let's do the last multi-sport break of the evening. Alright, hopefully, when I do this, things will show up and look correct. We got the National. It's going to be 2 cards from the National, 1 photo, and 1 jersey. Alright. This is the same deal. Last one with the letter guess tonight. So go ahead, give me 1 letter from the alphabet. Go ahead, put that in the chat. I'm going to figure out the order of everybody first, though, before I figure these out, just so if it screws around on the refresh, we know what we're doing. So we're going to figure out that order first. I don't like to do that, but just to be safe. So if this was the 7th time, Aaron would have the letter A, Steve would have the letter Z. All right. All right. Aaron A, Steve Z, 7 times. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. All right, Steve, you're going to have the letter A. Jake's going to have the letter Z. All right, let me copy these. I'm going to put them in. Give me 1 second. Hit the refresh. All right, so that hopefully will show up here in a little bit. We hope. Well, it's showing up now. Alright, guys. On the table, we have box 1 for the jersey. We have 1 through 9 as a possibility. Photo 1, you could say, or not photo, but black bag 1. 7 times. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. All right, jersey number 3. Jersey number 3. Let me grab that. All right, jersey 3's coming on. There she goes. Jersey 1, out of here. All right, and now for the National. We have every number except for, so we have 1 and 2, so we're missing 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3 and 9 are not here. 3 and 9 are missing. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10. 7 times there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. 10 and 4. 10 and 4. Alright, so let me grab those. Here is number 4 and number 10. And number 1 and 2 out of here. And those were the rest of them. That I can hold in my hand for. Alright, guys. Steve has the letter A, Aaron the letter B, Jake has C, Jesse D, Maris E, John has F, Aaron has G, Mark has H and I, we've got Jeff with J, Steve has K, Charlene has L, Mark has M, Jake has N, Daniel's got O, Dave has P, Troy has Q, Jake has R, Michael's got S, Steve has T and U, Jake has V, Ryan's got W, Steve has X, Daniel's got Y, and Jake has Z. Anybody want to trade for Shaquille O'Neal? The letter O. Trade for Z. Anybody want to make any trades? I'm going to call it no more guesses. Alright, not seeing any trades. A is available for O. Alright, I'm not seeing any takers on any of this stuff. I'll do it. Okay, so K is getting traded for O. Alright, well, we'll see if that refreshes. Alright, so K is getting traded for O. Steve, you now have the letter O. Daniel has the letter K. Alright, we'll see what the chances are that this actually refreshes. Yeah. Didn't think so. So, just for giggles, we're going to see if this will work if I switch it to this again. No, sure doesn't. You can only do that once. Well, for what it's worth. For what it's worth, Steve now has the letter O. Daniel now has the letter K. Alright? Don't worry about what you see. Maybe if I try this. Oh, why does it have to be so much fun? Oh well. You guys know what you guys had. You guys made that trade. If that comes up, it does. Only on Lars. No, I know. I don't get it. We're talking to OBS about that. Alright. What number did we agree on for the photo? I don't even remember. Crap. What number did we agree on for the photo? I suck. Did I pull it out already? I swear. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10. Where the heck did I even do with all the other photos? I've lost it, guys. I grabbed a bunch of photos and put them somewhere. Or did we do number 2 already? Oh my god. Did I pick it? I give up on life here. Alright. Box 5. I don't know what I did. And I gotta move you guys along because I can't have you up all night. Hey, at least it worked. Hey, Smalls, I'm killing me. Killing me right here. Alright, this is box 5 for our photo. Right here. Alright, here we go. DeMarcus Ware. DeMarcus Ware. Ryan on the hit. DeMarcus Ware. Alright, the letter W. DeMarcus Ware. Super Bowl right there. Champions. The letter W on a black and white photo, except for the player himself, DeMarcus Ware. Marcus Ware 8x10. Alright, guys. This is Jersey 3. Jersey 3. Let's give the Whopper touch of love. Alright, seen some orange. Ooh, there's a nice hockey player. Philadelphia Flyer, John LeClair. John LeClair coming out of here. Alright, Philadelphia Flyer version. Alright, the winger that could... He just was a manhandler from the corner. Alright, the letter L. That is going out to Charlene. Charlene, Johnny LeClair. Good player. Man, was he good. After they got him from the Canadians, he just turned on a new level. Legion of Doom is correct. Alright, Beckett authenticated Johnny LeClair. Alright guys, here we go. 2 Nationals. Box 4, box 10. Alright, we're back with the game on. This is box 4. Alright. Let's cut it from, or rip it from that angle. Alright. Ooh, look at this. Autograph from the Christmas edition, the winter. Fernando Tatis Jr. Gem Mint 10. Fernando Tatis Jr. Alright, so that is a Tatis Jr. rookie card. Auto rookie. Alright, so this is the letter T. That's going out to Steve. Steve on a Fernando Tatis Jr. PSA 10. That is a rookie, autographed rookie. And that is on the Christmas Topps card. Right. Hey, you are welcome. Indeed. Alright, guys, here we go. Box 10, box 10. Sealed up. Here we go, big hit, oh yeah! Alright, we're going to cut into that area right there. Pull this. And then give it a rip down. Here we go. We are looking at a Beckett football player here. Autograph rookie. Jalen Phillips. Jalen Phillips on a Beckett. Jalen Phillips authenticated. Rated rookie. Jalen Phillips coming out of there. Alright, so that's the letter P. The letter P. That's going out to Dave G. Dave, congratulations. A Jalen Phillips rookie. Alright, let's see if he can stay healthy now for them Dolphins. Couple nice pulls from the National. All right, so our letters are LPTW, LPTW, LPTW. All right, Aaron, I've got you. Jesse, I've got you. Troy, I've got you. I think that's it. I think it's Aaron, aka Jersey, Jesse, and Troy B. If I'm missing somebody, let me know. But you three are the three that are going to be going into the round robin, as they say, for the giveaway. There'll be 2 hits and 1 whammy. 2 hits and 1 whammy, guys. Hits, 1 whammy. Alright, did I miss anybody? It doesn't look like it, so here we go. We'll have silver, gold, and babes. Silver, gold, and babes on this one. Alright, let's see who's coming out on top. 1 time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, it is Jesse. Jesse, you're going to pick silver, gold, or babes. Silver, gold, or babes for Jesse. Silver it is. Alright. Coming out of the gold. Oh, missed out on a big one here, guys. A stinky one. A whoopee cushion. Alright, Jesse, you missed out on the whoopee cushion. No whammy coming your way. Alright, Jesse. You passed up on the babes. And inside of the babes was a pack of Monopoly Prism. Monopoly Prism. Alright, it's a basketball. There was no football option here, Jesse, so hopefully you like baseball because this is the big one. Another hobby pack. Another hobby pack with a guaranteed auto. Could be 1 auto. It could be 1 auto and 1 mem, but at least 1 auto coming out of here, Jesse. Alright, Jesse. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Put your name on a sticker. Alright. Here we go. Hobby pack with at least 1 auto. Could be 2 autos. We'll see. Alright, it looks like we might have 2 autos coming out of here. Alright. Here we go. There's a Cooper Bowman Louisville card. Your next card is a great young prospect from the Arizona Diamondbacks. A little Jordan Lawler. Rookie. There's May the Schwartz be with you. There's JT Schwartz right there, UCLA Bruin. May the Schwartz be with you. All right, here's your auto. First auto out of 20. Let's see, out of 24. Short print here, die cut. Ryan Spikes from the Diamondbacks. Ryan Spikes. And then you have an on-card auto, a Dominican prospect. Yasir Mercedes, autograph on card right there. Dominican prospect, Yasir Mercedes. All right, couple of nice cards. Short print right there, and a Yasir Mercedes. All right, Jesse, those cards coming your way. All right. I think it's time for our first bat break of the night. It is the Juiced series. All right, guys. For this, I'm going to have everybody guess juiced or not juiced. Juiced or not juiced for your guess. All right. You're going to tell me juiced or not juiced. For those that are wondering how this works, if you are new, juice does not necessarily mean what the product means. For our guessing, it means that the player did not play professional baseball. So, juiced would mean Tom Brady. Juiced would mean Giannis, stuff like that. Yes, there are huge names like Joe DiMaggio, things like that. Those guys would juiced by the definition of the product, but not juiced by our guess. That said, let's figure out the box we're going to use. We have boxes 1 and 3 on the table. We also have 4, 5, 7, and 8. That's for the 2 baseballs. So we got 1 and 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8. One time. 2, 3, 4, 6, and 7 times. 1's going to stay, but 3's going to get replaced by box 7. Alright, let me grab box 7. Here comes 7. Staying out there's box 1. Adios to number 3. Alright, the other bat I think is bat 4. Yes, bat 4 is my other bat. So bat 2 is on the table. Bat 4 happens to be the other one. I grabbed it because you never know. Alright, 2 is on the bottom, 4 is on the top. Let's go figure out which one. 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 2. Could have saved myself a step, but I thought I'd give it a try. Alright, box 4. Not today. Box 4. Adios. Alright, guys. Not today with box 4. Let me put our little baseball note out there. Alright, guys. In this break, we have Jake with the Diamondbacks. George has the Bravos. Michael's got the O's. Jared with the Bo Sox. Daniel's got the Cubbies. Michael C. with the White Sox. Jeff has the Reds. Maris with the Guardians of the Galaxy. Jake has the Rocks. June has the Tigers. David's got the Astros. Michael's got the Royals. Aaron's got the Angels. Jeff has the Dodgers. Jake with the Marlins. Chad's got the Brewers. Ryan's got the Twins. Stacy's got it going on with the Mets. Case has the Yanks. Michael C. with the A's. We've got Angelo with the Phillies just in time for a Pirates hit. Adam's got the Friars. Zachary's got his Giants. Jared's got the Elms. Michael's got his Cards. Troy's got the Rays. Jared's got the Rangers. Mike has the his Jays. And Aaron with the Nets. Let's go. No more guesses. Alright, let me move this back. Let's bring out Forrest Gump Ping Pong Edition. Forrest Gump was juiced. Let's be honest. This was a juiced feller. Everything he did was juiced. Alright, box 1, sealed up. We're going to cut up top, in, across, through the glory. Let's go. Oh, we've seen this name a few times recently. This guy quite literally was juiced, but not by our definition. All right, here we go. From the Chicago Cubs, we have outfielder slamming Sammy Sosa. Sammy Sosa on the hit right there. All right, so there's a Sosa hit. That is a Rawlings authenticated by JSA. JSA authentication right there on the bottom. Sammy Sosa going out to the Cubs. Daniel on the board. Is that a hat trick, Daniel? Sammy Sosa. All right, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, this is box 7. Cut into that area. What are we gonna do? Oh, not juiced by definition. Not juiced is going to be the correct on the guess. But this is a monster hit. Beckett authenticated, player authenticated. From the Los Angeles Angels, we have Hall of Famer Nolan Ryan. Nolan Ryan on a monster hit right there. For the Angels in the outfield, Nolan Ryan. Congratulations, Aaron. Monster hit right there, Nolan Ryan. All right, Aaron. Let's go indeed. All right, bat 2. All right, we're gonna cut it open on this end, but we'll show this side, which I think this is the knob. Feels heavier on this end, but that's the side they want us to cut into. Let's see what the glory be out of this. Oh, you guys, this one's juiced, but we're not using it for our definition, no. It was only for the baseballs. This one is juiced. Look at this. We have the whole entire cast of Sandlot. The whole cast of Sandlot is on this baseball bat right there. Look at that. The cast of Sandlot. This is going to get razzed off. The entire list is going to have a chance at that bat. Boom shakalaka. Alright guys, a Sandlot, a cast of Sandlot autographed baseball bat. Let's go. Alright, all 30 teams are going to have a chance here. One time. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more makes it 7 times. Top name on the 7th time. That Sandlot bat is yours. This is going out to the Pirates. The Pittsburgh Pirates. I'm pretty sure the cast of Sandlot could beat the Pittsburgh Pirates. Alright, and in this break, the Pirates are going out to Justin. Justin, congratulations. The whole Sandlot cast is coming your way. Alright, and that, by the way, is Beckett on our authentication. Alright, Justin. Justin having a couple of Pirates doing well for Justin. Got the Maz the other day. Now he's getting the Sandlot bat. He's never walking away. Alright, not juiced for the guesses. Alright, not juiced for the guesses. Alright, not juiced. Juiced. Alright. Juiced. Not juiced. Not juiced. Not juiced. Not juiced. Juiced. Not juiced. 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 Not juiced. Not juiced. Alright, guys. 7 times. Top name on the 7th time. You are going to get a box of mystery. There are going to be 2 hits. 1 whammy. Let's go. There's 5, there's 6, and 7 times. Alright, Jeff. Alright, Jeff. Not juiced. Going out to Jeff. Alright, Jeff. There'll be 2 hits, 1 whammy. 2 hits, 1 whammy for you, Jeff. And that was a baseball right ahead. Come to mind with my bearings there for a second. Jeff. Jeff, we have gold, babes, and shark. Gold, babes, and shark. Gold, babes, shark. Here, Jeff, I'll give you a beer tap for your skunk to go away. Boop. Gold it is. All right, Jeff. I think it's a big night for this one product that we're doing. All right, Jeff. Passed up on the shark. And in the shark, how about a Topps Chrome Hobby Pack 2021? All right, that was a very nice product. Jeff. How old is your daughter, by the way, Jeff, if you don't mind sharing that publicly? If not, don't worry. This was the Whammy Mini Brands Create. My daughter loves these kind of things. Absolutely loves these things. Wasn't sure. Maybe your daughter did too. That was the Whammy. Not this time, because I think you're going to be in love with this. Here we go. Hobby Pack time. We're doing it again. Hobby Pack Guaranteed Auto. Could be one auto and one mem, or two autos coming out of here. All right, Jeff. All right. Here we go. Let's do it. At least one auto. There's going to be one auto in here. There's one auto in here, Jeff. All right, let's see what you got. There's a Michael Morales from the Mariners. There we go. Michael Morales. Peyton Wilson from the Royals out of $9.99. Here's a short print out of 72. Jake Fox. Jake Fox out of 72 right there, number 4. Here's your auto. Your auto, one auto in this box. McCade Brown. McCade Brown from the Rockies. McCade Brown is your auto. All right, and then there is a memorabilia card. This is Miguel Vargas. Miguel Vargas, he's made it to the majors on a Future Threads card. There you go. All right, Jeff, those cards coming your way. Absolutely, you're welcome. All right, guys. Nope, don't need this anymore. All right, guys. Let's do full-size helmet and jersey. Full-size helmet and jersey time. All right, we've got, I think, 4 breaks left. 2 helmets, the Gold Rush bat, and 2 ball break. The bat is from a new case, so that's why we're waiting until towards the end. And then we'll have a blitz break. All right, guys. For our break here, I'm going to have everybody out there put into the chat 5 NFL players. Let's do it that way. 5 NFL players, 1 line. Everybody that guesses correctly gets a box of mystery. One of those boxes will be an autographed 8x10 photo if someone guesses correctly. All right, so autograph 8x10 photo if you guess correctly. There might be, Candace. You never know. All right, box 1 is on the table for the jersey. Box number 2 is a possibility as well. 1 and 2 are possibilities here. One and 2, 7 times. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Alright, box 2 for our jersey. Alright, these are the last 2 I have from this whole series. Alright. Then box 1 is on the table for the helmet. Box 2 is behind me. 1 and 2 are possibilities for this. 1 and 2. This is for the helmet. 1 is on the table, 2 is behind me. There's 2 times, 3, 4, 6, and 7 times. Alright, box 2. Let me grab that. That's the wrong. There we go. Alright, box 2's coming on. Box 1 coming off. Alright guys, in our break, last call on those guesses, 5 players, 1 line. Jake has the Cardinals, Michael has the Falcons, Ravens, Mike has the Buffalo Bills, Jared has the Panthers, Troy's got the Bears, George has the Bungles, Mike has the Browns, Jared's got the Boys, Shaggy's got the Broncos, Mark has the Lions and the Packers, Michael's got the Texans, Mike T has the Colts and Jags, Mark has the Chiefs, Michael C with the Raiders, Jake has the Chargers, Mark has the Rams, Jared's got the Dolphins, we've got Mike T with the Vikes, Jake has the Pats, Mike T with the Saints, William's got the Giants, Mike T with the Jets, Michael's got the Eagles and the Steelers, Mike T with the Niners, Jake has the Seahawks, Bucks, Case has the Titans, and the Commode. Alright guys, let's go, let's go, let's go. We called in on the guesses, let's cut it up and see what we got. Alright. Let's get... Alright, we've got Sonic out there. Sonic the Donut. Sonic the Donut. Box 2 is sealed up all the way around. Cutting into that area right there. Good luck, guys. Alright, Aaron, I got you. Thomas, you're in. Alright, hey, we have from the Pittsburgh Steelers, we have tight end Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington on a Beckett authenticated jersey. Denzel Washington. Alright, tight end, the largest tight end in the NFL. Alright, Denzel Washington, that is a Steelers hit going out to Michael. Not Denzel, Darnell. Darnell. I'm like, that doesn't sound right now that I think about Darnell Washington. Someone probably already was like, it's not Denzel. Darnell. Yeah, Nate, yep, see, I knew someone was going to call that out. I knew it. Darnell. Hey, Denzel, I was just, calling out the actor. Denzel. You would think a Steelers fan would not mess that up. Wrong. Box 2, let's go. Box number 2. Sealed up. Looking for some glory inside, front, back. Okay, good. Alright, looks like we're going to have a college hit. Not guaranteed, but a lot of times this is a college. Look, it is a Riddell. It is a college hit. We're looking at Oklahoma. Okay. Oh, Jake, you've been waiting for this, Jake. How about this? We have a college Heisman Trophy winner from the Arizona Cardinals. Look at that Kyler Murray right there. Look at that. Kyler. Arizona Cardinal hit. There we go. Jake, you've been looking for that. You have been waiting for this. Very patiently, no less. Congratulations, Jake. Really nice hit. That's a beaut. Beckett on the authentication. Tyler. Hello, Mary. Alright. Beckett authenticated. Right there. That's a cool helmet. That's a nice hit. Nice seg on that helmet. Hello, Mary. Did we lose Jake? Is Jake not in here? Jake might be coming back to that and being like, what? Alright, no one guessed it. No one guessed either one of these guys. Jake, there you go. Alright. No one guessed correctly. I am going to have 3 packs of cards. Alright, 3 packs of cards are going to go out there, and they're all going to be hidden in a box. 2 of them are going to be rather average packs. And 1, potentially, monster. Alright. 1 is a potential monster. The other 2, not as high-end potential. Just word it like that. Alright. We're going to have gold, flowers, and shark out there. Gold, flowers, and shark. As long as you put a guess in, you're going to have a chance at this. Mario. Well, I'll add Jeff. You are welcome. And then everybody else that put a guess in. Alright, here we go. Top name, 7th time. Has to be a name. If it's just a guess, we'll just move to the next line. Has to be a name. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Tom! Alright, Tom. You are going to get a box of mystery here, Tom. Tom C. We have a whole bunch of options out there, Tom. We have the shark, the gold, and the flower. Shark, gold, flowers, flower, shark, gold. Alright, Tom. Did we lose Tom? Maybe Tom left. Tom C. You get a box of mystery. By the way, we're going to do another full-size helmet next. I will give... well, let's give Tom 10 more seconds. If Tom doesn't pick, we'll let Thomas pick for Tom. Because it's close. You know, it's like Thomas and Tom. But for now, Tom C picks, we'll give him 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Where are you, Tom C? 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, Thomas, you can pick for Tom C. This will be Tom C's pack. You want to go with the flower or the land shark? Thanks, guys. Flower? All right, let's do the flower. All right. The shark, which we're not going to go with, is... I don't even remember. Oh, Donruss. Donruss. All right, so Donruss 2022 Gravity. All right, Tom C is going to get the flower. All right, the gold. The gold has a Donruss Football 2024 pack. All right, Tom C is potentially getting a monster. Potentially getting a monster. Thanks to Thomas S. Alright, guys, here we go. Hopefully Tom C is out there. Alright, Tom. Here is your pack of glory. Ooh, oh, there's big potential in here. Oh, alright, here we go. Akeem Davis Gaither, CO, Ronell Perkins, Lynn Bowden will skip your auto. DeAndre Swift, how about a Tua rookie? Your auto is, and this guy had huge potential, didn't have a huge career. Darrington Evans, peak performance. Darrington Evans, man, he looked like he might be something good when he was healthy with the Titans early on, but injuries and playing behind a legend did not work out. But there we go, a little Darrington Evans peak performance. Alright, Tom C, those cards coming your way. Alright, guys, I promise we're going to do football back-to-back because the last two, big boxes, why not? This is a full-size authentic helmet. Full-size authentic helmet. This will be followed up by a baseball bat break, and then we'll end it on a blitz break. Full-size bat helmet paired up with a jersey. We know it's going to be jersey number 1. We don't know if it'll be helmet 1 or helmet number 2. Alright. Let's have everybody out there give me one NFL team. Everybody that guesses correctly, everyone will get a box of mystery. So one NFL team. If it comes out of either box, you are going to get a box of mystery, guys. Every single person. Alright, we need for the authentic helmet box 1 or 2. 1 or 2. 1 is on the table, 2 behind me. There's 3 times 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 1, the one that's out there. So it's going to be a 1-on-1 situation. We're not talking basketball, we're talking big hit football. Alright, box 1's on the left, box 1 on the right. Alright, guys. In this break, we have Jake with the Cardinals, Michael with the Falcons, Mark has the Ravens, Mike C with the Buffalo Bills, Rick's got the Panthers, here comes Mike T with the Bears, Mike has the Bungles, Mike T with the Browns, Mark has the Cowboys, Jeff has the Broncos, Jared's got the Lions, Chad's got the Pack Attack, Jake has the Texans, Jeff has the Colts, Chris has the Jaguars, Mike T with the Chiefs, Michael with the Raiders, Chris has the Chargers, Mark has the Rams, Mike T with the Dolphins and the Vikes, Michael's got the Pats, Mike T with the Saints, William's got the G-Men, Chris has the Jets, Michael's got the Fly Eagle Fly and them Steelers, Daniel with the Niners, and Daniel K with the Niners, Daniel R with the Seahawks, Chris Boswell with the Bucks, Rick with the Titans, and Ernest went to jail with the Commanders. Alright, guys, no more guesses. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Good luck, everybody. We're rooting for a hit or 3. Alright, guys, let's dial it up. Boop, boop. Boop. Box 1 here, guys. Box 1. They're both box 1. This is the last one we have from this entire series. Let's go, let's go. Alright, here we go. Ooh, we have from the Green Bay Packers. Wide receiver wearing the goofy helmet because he's got too many concussions. Romeo Dobbs. Romeo Dobbs. Where art thou, Romeo? Alright, so the pack attack in this break is Chad. Chad, second hit of the night. Alright, Chad. Romeo Dobbs coming your way. Sure if Chad's still here or not, but nice hit, Chad. Alright, this is box 1. This is sealed up. There's our front, there's our back. There's a cut, there's a cut. Everywhere's a cut. Remember, I will have auctions or the stuff on the site within a few minutes of our break ending tonight. Oh my god, we have a monster. We have a headliner. This is a monster hit, guys. Alright, we have one of the headliners. It's an authentic headliner. Holy cow. Holy smokes. Oh my goodness. Holy cow. Here we go. This is a huge year for this guy. The sticker came off. This is a headliner. Here we go. Fanatics authenticated from the Bears. First overall pick, Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams on a Bears authentic helmet. Fanatics authenticated. Boom! 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 There we go. Caleb Williams. That's what we're talking about. 2024 first overall pick, or number 1 pick as it states. There we go. Mike T. Way to go, Mike Tomlin. Caleb Williams. That's a monster hit right there. Again, Fanatics on the authentication. Fanatics, the Bears, authentic. Whew. There we go. One of the headliners. That's what we're talking about right there. This guy right there. Alright, guys. I think Jeff's just looking at, statistically though, he's had so far about 8 to 12 teams that go through and hasn't hit. So statistically, he was hoping by now. I think it's a conglomerate disappointment. Last break, you got 3 hits. Skunked before. It just happens. No, I got it though. It's the same. That's why I try to do the giveaways, because I know we can all be there. Alright, Bears and Packers for the giveaway. Bears and Packers. Bears and Packers. Bears and Packers. Bears and Packers. Charlene's got the Packers. Angela's got the Bears. Troy's got the Bears. Troy wishes he owned the Bears on this break. Troy's a big Bear fan, and that was a big Bear hit. Not having the Bears is unbearable. Yeah, I went there. The dad puns are prevalent. Alright. I've got to write names down. Give me a second here. Get some stickers. Alright. Charlene with the Packers. Charlene, Angela, Troy, and that's it. I think that's it. Did I miss anybody? Alright, I think I have Angela, Troy, and Charlene. Alright. Oh, it's all good, Jeff. Alright, 7. I'm going to put all these. Each one of you guys is going to get a box of mystery. Each one of you. Let's see. There'll be no whammies. We'll do no whammies. Why not? No whammies. And I want one person to get that pack. So one person's going to get something big. Potential for something big. Alright? So, Charlene, Angela, Troy. One of you guys is going to have the potential for a monster hit here. Alright, we've got gold, flowers, babes, and shark. Alright, Charlene, Troy, Angela, go ahead, pick whatever ones you guys would like. Nobody has to pick in any specific order. Just go ahead and select the one you would like to take. Troy going with the gold. I like it. Angela with the babes. Alright, Charlene, which one would you like? We have the shark and we have the flowers. Alright, guys, everybody's passing up on the flowers this time. Alright, the flowers have a pack of Chronicles. So someone's going to get the potential monster pack here. Alright, Chronicles, not to anybody. Alright. Shark. Charlene went with the shark. The shark has a pack of Donruss 2012, or 2022, I should say, 2022 Gravity. Alright, Charlene. Donruss 2022 Gravity here. There is a Devin McCourty, Levante David, a parallel Jalen Hurts, nice card. Ooh, bonus card in here, 2 parallels, Jalen Hurts and Jalen Phillips. It's the Jalen pack. All right, so you got a bonus card. You've got a Jamal Williams and a Johan Dotson, former teammate of Jalen Hurts. All right, guys. Charlene, that's yours. Angela's got the babes. The babes are a Donruss pack 2024. All right, Donruss 2024 to Angela. All right, Angela. Stay tuned, Troy. I think you're going to like what you got. Potential for a monster. Trent McDuffie, not rookie, vet. Amari Cooper. Here's a rookie. No, it's not. It's a vet, another vet. Aaron Jones, Vikings. There's the rookie. Joe Alt, first-round draft pick. And a Taysom Hill. All right. Here we go, Troy. Let's do it. Troy, you are going to be getting a potential monster pack here. Alright, Troy, this is the 2018 Absolute pack. Here we go, 2018 Absolute. Can we do it? Alright, this is the last one I have of this whole 2018 series. Can we get one of the big rookies? Alright, Troy. There is a Rodgers, Aaron Rodgers. Beautiful cards, too. Cam Wake. Jordan Howard. Here is a Teddy Bridgewater in a Jets uniform. A parallel Andy Dalton. A rookie of Jordan Wilkins. Jordan Wilkins rookie. Not the rookies we're shooting for. Marvin Jones. Doug Baldwin. Jalen Ramsey right there. Steeler now. And a Julio Jones. Alright, that's a nice, one of my favorite Absolute series is by the look of the card. But we didn't pull anything huge, unfortunately. There were some great rookies we were shooting for, though. All right, Troy. It's baseball time. It's bet time. All right, we have a brand new case. For this, you guys are going to put in the chat on one line 5 baseball players. Skip, that's right, 5 baseball players, one line. I'm going to cut this open. We are going to figure it out. Well, you know what? We don't have to. I will number these guys. I just got to find some sticky note stuff to put on it. Right, 5 baseball players, one line, if you don't mind. And we'll give each one of these a number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 right there. 1 through 6. All right, guys. List randomizer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. Box 3. Box 3 for the bat. Alright, so that is 1, 2, 3 right here. There, bat number 3. Take these bats off. Give me 1 second. Place them safely in the corner of the den. Alright. So we have bat 3 on the table. We have to figure out the baseballs. I have 2 here, 3 on your right. 2 and 3 are the potential here. Then also we have numbers 4, 5, 6, and 10. Alright, so a lot of numbers in a row it looks like. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. 3 and 6. So 3's already out there. 6 is going to come on. Alright, let me grab box 6. Alright, there is box 6. Here is box 3. There goes box 2. Alright, guys. In our break, we've got Case with the Diamondbacks, Michael with the Bravos. Case has the Orioles, George with the Red Sox, David's got the Cubs and the White Sox, George has the Reds, Chris has the Guards, Michael's got the Rocks, Scott's got the Tigers, Case has the Astros, Chris with the Royals, Jake has the Angels in the outfield and the Dodgers, Angelo with the Marlins, Daniel got the Brew Crew, Tom's got the Twins, Mark has the Mets and Yanks, we've got Paul with the A's, Daniel with the Phillies, Paul's got the Pirates, Justin with the Friars, Zach's got the Giants, Jared with the M's, David's got the Cards, Chris with the Rays, Case has the Rangers, Mike has the Jays, and Mark's sleeping with the Nets. Alright, I'm calling no more guesses here. Let's get into this. Take our little note off. Good luck, everybody. Let's get our good luck. Baseball duck. Quack, quack. Box 3 was right here. So this is sealed up. Alright, we're going to see a secondary seal. You're going to see the shininess and show us that seal. All about transparency in the break room. Let's go. Alright. We have seen this name, alright? Not from this series, but we've seen it in previous series. Former Rookie of the Year, Rawlings, TriStar Authenticated. We have, this will be an Oakland Athletic, Bobby Crosby. Bobby Crosby going out to Paul. Paul, this will be coming up north of the border to you. Congratulations, Paul, on your first hit in the break room. All right, Paul, Bobby Crosby. This is a 2004 Rookie of the Year, Bobby Crosby, going out to Paul. Paul, congratulations. Paul is a very enthusiastic baseball fan, so congratulations to Paul. Just marking that down. All right, let's go. Box 6. Box 6. Sealing up all the way around. You see the goodness right there onto that side. All right, here we go. I'm going to have to see games played. We have pulled this name. It's been a while. This will be based on games played. Great closer. Rawlings, TriStar authenticated. How about a Houston Street? Houston Street coming out of here. Is that Oakland? Is that... Or, I'm not... It could be Oakland. It could be Los Angeles. It could be Colorado. It could be... Ooh, geez. This Houston Street is... This is going to be interesting. All right, here we go. Houston Street. Games played. Guys, he's not getting one hit. He's getting back-to-back Oakland A's hits. Houston Street in Oakland A. Yes, typically this, but there's two pictures. This is the one that hits, the Oakland A's. All right, so back-to-back hits. First-time breaker with us, Paul. Houston Street on the hit. Congrats, Paul. All right, Paul. Houston Street's coming your way. Bobby Crosby and Houston Street, former teammates, no less. What's the FanDuel bus? All right, Paul. There we go. Can he get a trifecta? We've never pulled a baseball trifecta before. 3 hits from the same team. It's never happened. It happened in football one time with the Bills. Never happened in baseball, though. Let's go. Let's find out. Oh, I don't think I showed this side. This is the barrel side. This was bat number 3. Bat 3. There we go. Nope. That has never happened. The knob area broke. Alright. Oh, nice hit. Not going to be a trifecta, but this is a very, very nice hit. How about this? From the Washington Nationals. Washington Nationals. We have outfielder James Wood. James Wood going out to Mark. Mark, nice. Mark got a great hit from the other side of that DC metro area. He got the Adley Rushman on Tuesday. Tonight, he's getting a James Wood autographed Louisville Slugger. All right, the power hitting outfielder James Wood. Congrats, Mark. What a return when you look back on that Soto deal, what a return that has worked out to be. All right, Did we have any correct guesses? Alright, I'm not seeing any correct guesses. Alright, as long as you put a guess in. As long as you put a guess in, I'm going to have a 50-50 chance at a hit or a whammy. 50-50 chance at a hit or a whammy. We'll do it that way. Hit or whammy. And... Alright. 50-50. And it's going to be the all golden break. All golden break. So, as long as you put a guess in, 50-50 chance here of hit or whammy, and we're going to call it the all golden break. Golden egg or golden box. Yeah, Steve, that's crazy, isn't it? Alright, 7 times. Top name gets a pick. Golden egg or golden box. 3. There's 4. Has to be a name. 5, 6, and 7 times. Nate. Alright, Nate. You are going to tell me golden egg or golden box. Alright, Nate. Let's do... What, there we go. Alright, Mr. Jarrett. Egg it is. Alright, Nate, you passed up on... Ooh, I can tell this is the whammy. Alright, some Hot Wheels. My daughter picked this one out specifically because I told her to find the goofiest one he could. This is a sushi tuner. Sushi tuner. Yes, that is a piece of sushi with wheels. Alright, here we go, Nate. This is a hobby pack of Topps 2024 Baseball. Topps 2024 Hobby Baseball Update Series. So it's an Update Series hobby pack. Alright, speaking of the devil, there he is. Juan Soto, Team 3. There's Stephen Kolek. We have Kevin Newman. Hello, Newman. Jonathan Cannon. Andrew Chafin. Funniest dude ever. Chris Paddock. Joey Bart. There's a Kyle Manzardo, rookie. Griffin Jacks. Hector Neris. Mark Leiter. Colt Keith, batting leadoff and playing really well for the Tigers. How about that? We pulled his auto earlier. Nolan Ryan, and a Jung-Hoo Lee. Sushi rolling. I see that sushi rolling. Rawhide. Alright, guys. Last break of the night, friends. Last break of the night. Let's go. Alright, I am going to go and grab the names from our last break. This is the Blitz break, alright? Oh, shit. Alright, give me a second here. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. How did this happen? I'm one short, and I don't know who the one short is, and I gotta figure that out real quick. Michael. Alright, bear with me 38 seconds. Everybody out there, while you bear with me, and I figure out what name is missing from my list, put in the chat one NFL team. Everybody that guesses a correct NFL team that comes up, any of these 4 teams that will be in the box, will get a box of mystery here. Alright, so I have Michael Evans, Scott, I've got you, Peter, got you, Michael Lawrence, Chris, Daniel, Jesse, John, and Candace. Alright, had all those. Alright, had all those. Now it's 2. Charlene, then Jeff, Ryan, then Daniel, then Maris, and then 4 for Michael, then Jeff has 1, Steve has 1, Mike has 1, 5 for Jake. That's what I did. That's where I messed up. Jake has 5, and I only had 4 for Jake. Alright. That was an easy fix. Alright. Here we go. I have an easy copy and paste. I want to show you how I'll do this. We're going to head over to the randomizer. Alright. List randomizer right here. Here's all the names. If this was a 7th time, Adam would have the Arizona Cardinals. Michael would have the Washington Commanders. But it's not the 7th time. Alright? We're going to hit this button 7 times. There's 1. There's 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. So Jake's going to have his Cardinals. There you go. And Michael's going to have the Commanders. I'm going to copy these. This is not the correct list, what I'm going to put up, obviously. I'm doing this on purpose so we don't have any technical issues at the end here. Alright. Here we go. Jake, you are going to have the Arizona Cardinals. Daniel, the Atlanta Falcons, and the Baltimore Ravens. Ryan's going to have the Buffalo Bills. Jake has the Carolina Panthers. Mike has the Bears. Michael's got the Bungles. Jeff has the Browns. Charlene with the Cowboys. Jesse with the Broncos. Michael's got the Lions. Chris has the Pack Attack. Adam's got the Texans. Charlene's looking to hit big with the Colts. Steve has the Jags. John with the Chiefs. Jeff has the Raiders. Canis with the Chargers. Jeff has the Rams. Jake has the Dolphins. Michael's got the Vikes. Steve has the Patriots. We have Daniel with the Saints. Michael with the Giants. June has the Jets. Jeff has the Fly Eagle Fly. Peter has them Steelers. Jake has the Niners. Maris with the Seahawks. Michael with the Bucks. Jake with the Titans. And Michael Motorcycle sitting on the commode. Alright, no more guesses. I'll give you guys about 15 more seconds, discuss trade, and then we'll open this bad boy up. Alright, deal. I will take Pat's. Alright, so, wait, okay. Pat's for... I just gotta make sure. Pats are for the Eagles. Alright, Pats for Eagles. She messed up. I messed up? I don't know what's going on. Pats for Eagles. Alright. Is there any other offer or deals? That's cool. Alright, Pats and Eagles are switched. Is anybody else making a deal? Did I miss anybody else? Browns. Mike would be interested in the Browns. Mike has the Bears. Are you guys? What are you guys trading for here? Mike has the Bears. Oh, that was your guess. Oh, he has the Bears as a guess. Or the Browns are his guess. Sorry, that's okay. All right, 10 more seconds. If none more chatter, we'll cut this open. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go, guys. All right. Good luck to everybody. We'll end the night with a little Fitz Magic. Little Fitz Magic. Good luck, everybody. Hey, it's alright. Nobody's bad or good or indifferent. Let's cut it open. Oh wait, I gotta hit refresh. I need to hit refresh. Not sure it'll work, but we'll try it. Look at that. Look at that. Alright, guys. Here we go. One cut. There's two cuts. And we're at 30. Alright. There is a unique item in here. Unique in the sense that we're looking at football. Alright. We've got to figure this one out. We have an autographed football here. Beckett authenticated NFL football. This is Corey Davis. Corey Davis autographed football. Alright, so Corey Davis. Alright, it's going to be based on games played, and I think I know where this will go. But it will be based on games played. Corey Davis, is it a Titan? Yep, it is a Tennessee Titan hit here, guys. Tennessee Titan, Corey Davis. Alright, so Corey Davis on a Titans hit. Alright, so in our break, that means Titans are Jake. Alright, Jake, a little Corey Davis love. Former top draft pick. There you go. Corey Davis. And for those who are wondering, they do deflate the footballs in this series on purpose because that's the only way they can get them to fit correctly in this box. That was explained to me, actually. Alright, Corey Davis on the football. Alright, that means this next one is an autographed jersey. Autographed jersey coming out of this next one. We have, from the Raiders, we have Davante Adams on a Raiders jersey. Davante Adams, Beckett authenticated Raiders jersey. Alright, so that is a Davante Adams Raiders hit. And that is going out to Jeff. There you go, Jeff. We're talking about Davante Adams Raiders jersey. And that was Beckett on the authentication. Alright, guys. This is the unique hit. Granted, this is football. But we have an autographed baseball. Autographed baseball coming out of here. Alright. Autographed baseball. We have Rawlings. Beckett authenticated. Look at this. Ocho Chad Cinco. Ocho Chad Johnson. Chad Ocho Cinco. That is a Bengal hit, guys. That is a Michael C. Michael C. That is a Chad Johnson. Chad Johnson on the hit. Alright, guys. Chad Johnson. Alright, hit. Chad Johnson. Bengals. Baseball. Alright, guys. Here we go. It is an autographed photo. Let's go. Let's get a monster hit. Let's get a headliner. A Big Ben, a Brock Purdy, a something like that. Let's go. Alright, we are sealed up. All the way around. That's one cut. That's two. There's three. Oh, there we go. I love it. Jordan Love. Jordan Love. There we go. Green Bay Packers on the final hit of the night. Stud QB right there. Jordan Love. Jordan Love is a pack attack. Going out to Chris. Chris on the hit. Congratulations, Chris. Jordan Love. Alright, guys. That is also Beckett on our authentication. Former teammates of Davante Adams. Hey, Jeff, you're always welcome. I hope you appreciate that little bonus I threw in the other day. I appreciate you, Jeff. And I appreciate everybody in here. Alright, guys. Did anybody guess correctly? We had... Let me put this in here. Jordan Love. 16 by 20. Alright, so we have Bengals, Packers, Raiders, and Titans. Alright, so... As long as you put a correct guess, you're going to get something. Hey, Josh. As always, you are welcome. Alright. So again, Bengals, Packers, Raiders, and Titans. Alright, Joshua, you actually don't leave yet. Joshua D, don't leave. You guessed the Whalers. That's a correct guess. Michael Lawrence, you have Raiders. Those are the only two guesses. So Joshua and Michael, you guys got correct guesses. Hopefully Joshua didn't leave. Alright. I'm going to tell you right now, if one of you guys gets this in there, this is a dad break koozie, that'll mean you got a 16 or an 8 by 10, an 8 by 10 autograph photo. Alright, so an 8 by 10 autograph photo is coming your way if you pick the box that has that inside of it. Alright? There are going to be 4 boxes. There will be 3 hits and 1 whammy. 3 hits and 1 whammy, guys. And that's 2, then I need 1 more. Alright, there we go. Alright. Joshua might have left. We'll see. Alright, here we go. We have Flowers, Shark, Police, and Gold. Alright, Michael and Josh. If Josh is out of here, I'll just send him something. Michael, make sure you pick yours, and Josh, hopefully you do too as well. Steve, congrats. Hey guys, have a great weekend if you're out of here. Yeah, Jake, that's a great PC hit for you. Police, you got it, Michael. And I'm not sure if Josh is still here, so I might just send him a pack. Alright, Michael! Don't want the police. Alright, passed up on Golden Egg. I'll give him 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, he's out of here. I'll send him a pack. It's cool. Michael, pass up Golden Egg. Golden Egg had a Chronicles pack. The Shark had a Seasons Tradings. That is a whammy. Passed up on that, but that's a nice little Christmas one. This was the big one. This had the koozie. Alright. Michael Motorcycle. The Police have a Chronicles 2021 pack. Michael. Chronicles 2021. Let's do it. Alright. There's Justin Herbie, 2nd year. Dak. Russ Wilson. That is a Najee Harris rookie. That is a... who do we have here? That is a Odoff Owe. We have a Quentin Nelson and a Travis Etienne rookie. Alright, Mr. Lawrence, that'll be coming your way. You guys have a great weekend. I will have stuff up. My next break is not until next Friday. Make sure if you haven't signed up, sign up for the free Fantasy Survivor League. 100% free. You just pick a team each week and win the $100 gift card. Hey, Donald, take care.